Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. Today I want to talk to you about Fibremood. If you're not familiar with Fibremood, it is a online magazine. I think actually you can get a hard copy of the magazine. I haven't gotten it. But their method of business is you can either purchase patterns through a subscription service or you can buy them one-offs. I actually have the subscription service. I started it last year, right after I started sewing. My 1-year subscription was up in, I think, June, and I did sign up, so I have another year coming. The 1-year subscription, that I'm not sure if there's different versions, but what I got, I paid $75 US dollars for it, and you get 5 free well, they're not free, you've paid for them, but you get 5 patterns at no extra charge with every Fibremood magazine release. And you can get either the PDF, well, I guess if you're in the subscription service, it's really about the PDF, because this is I believe they're based in the Netherlands. So I'm not sure about how the paper patterns work, but they do have them available. I only do the PDFs. What I like about Fibremood is they have a really extensive size range. So I've never had any trouble with any of their patterns fitting me. I'm not in the largest size, so their size range is very inclusive, and I like their patterns. Most of them are not overly complicated, and because I like bright colors and bright patterns and prints, I feel like their patterns are a great way to showcase the fabrics that I love. So I am going to talk you through the most recent release, which just came out a couple of days ago, and it's issue number 16. And what I'm going to do is I'll talk you through I think there's 12 patterns that have been released. 2 of them are children, so I'm not really going to talk about those. I will mention them and I'll throw the pictures up, but I'm not going to talk about them. And I'll focus on the 10 adult patterns. And then as I go along, I'll tell you which ones I'm interested in buying and which ones I'm not and why I'm not. All right, so if that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned. Here we go. Okay, so the first pattern that I want to talk about, and I'm going to talk about these in the order that I saw them on the website. There's no rhyme or reason to it other than that. The first top is the Clements top, and it is a relaxed fit jumper. So it looks like a sweatshirt or just a sweater. And obviously the fact that they're calling it a jumper tells me that it is not a US based company. It is, let's see, a round neck with funky pleats at the top of the sleeves. So honestly, that's why I don't care for this. I don't like the way that they're pleated on the top, because they kind of, I don't know, they stick out like this. And so that's not a look that I care for. Even though I love statement sleeves, this isn't one that I care for, so I'm not going to be picking this one up. Okay, so the next style that I want to talk about is the gisele jacket. And this is it's a long quilted coat. It's got a stand collar, which I can now do. And it's just a long quilted coat. I think it's fantastic. I don't need it though. So I have a video that you will have already seen if you have been following me that talks through my ideas for how I want to do a quilted jacket, but I've already got 2 patterns that will fit the bill for me. So it's just a matter of deciding between the Molly, which is a Fibremood pattern, or the paper cut Nova coat. So those are the 2 that I'm going to use. I live in South Florida. I don't need more than 1 quilted jacket. And as great as this one is, I don't have a need for it, so I'm going to pass on it. Okay, so the next pattern that I want to talk about is the Elita skirt. Right off the bat, I know I'm not going to buy this because it's a skirt. I don't wear skirts at all, so it's just not something I'm interested in. But this is a pretty cool skirt. So if you like skirts, you maybe should check this out. It's got a paper bag waist, which doesn't look overly paper baggy, if that makes sense. It has patch pockets, it buttons up the front, and it's got a slit in the front, not toward the side, which I think is cool. What's really cool about this one is it comes with a belt, and you cover the buckle in the fabric of what you're using for the skirt, which really looks kind of cool. And obviously the pattern is made to be below knee, but you can make it whatever length you want. So if you like skirts, that could be a cool one. Okay, so the next pattern that I want to talk about is a top. It's called the ermine top. And this one I think is really interesting. It has a yoke front with the bodice is gathered into the yoke. It's got set-in sleeves. It's got a round neckline. It's got a front button placket all the way down. And you finish the neckline with bias tape, which I'm team bias, so you know I like that. And yeah, so I think this is a really cool looking top. The yoke is like a triangle. It's a straight V shape, so it's not rounded or anything. I think it's interesting. I don't feel like I've seen anything like this recently. And I feel like with the yoke being, you know, separate from the bodice, obviously, that it would be a chance to kind of mix and match some fabrics, which, you know, I think that could be fun. So yeah, I think I'm going to pick this one up. Okay, so the next pattern that I want to talk to you about is the Joe top. And this is, honestly, this is kind of a really basic sweatshirt style. It's a little bit shorter. It's got 3/4 sleeves, but essentially it's a sweatshirt. I don't feel like I need a pattern for that. Back when I did the Frugal Frocks challenge, when was that? April now? It's been a while. So back when I did that challenge, I had made a sweatshirt dress using a tutorial from Marcy Harriel, which I'll link below. And she kind of walked you through how to use like your favorite sweatshirt to make a dress. I feel like I could use that same methodology to make myself a sweatshirt. And I did cut that, my inspiration sweatshirt. I had an old one that I wasn't wearing. I actually had 3 of the same exact sweatshirt in different prints, and I happen to have one that I didn't wear very often because I didn't love the print on the fabric. So I cut it apart and I saved that as a pattern, and it's in my it's actually saved in my pattern box. So I feel like I have a pattern for a sweatshirt that I like. So I don't feel like I need a basic sweatshirt pattern. So I'm gonna pass on this one. Okay, so the next style that I want to talk to you about is the Flora dress. This one has some similarities to the ermine top in that it's got the V-neck yoke with the gathering into the yoke. The difference here is that the sleeves are not set in. They're more like raglan sleeves. So where the V is where the sleeves kind of attach. So it's more the sleeves that are gathered into the yoke than it is the bodice. It has short, like, 3/4, maybe half sleeves. It's got a wide elastic around the waist and just a straight skirt. And I do feel like, you know, I like oversized boxy clothes on me. They're just comfortable. It's what I feel comfortable in. But I do recognize that when I cinch things in a little bit at the waist, that it is a little bit more flattering. So I'm willing to give this one a try. And I really love the top. And if I don't like the dress version once I make it, then it's still a nice looking top pattern. So I think I'm gonna pick this one up. Okay, so this is pattern number 7, and it is the Irma body warmer. And basically it's just a quilted vest. I'll be honest with you, I've never really understood vests for warmth, and that's just, obviously it's just me that doesn't get it because I see them everywhere. They're super popular. When I get cold, it's my extremities that get cold. So having a vest that warms my body isn't helping my issue. Like, I need gloves and sleeves. A quilted vest is not something that I'm interested in. It is pretty. I like the collar on it. It's kind of almost like a shawl collar, maybe. I don't know if that's what you'd call it. They're calling it a shaped collar. It's got a bias tape finish, and it's got those little wing sleeve things going on that I also don't love, but I mean, it is cute. It looks like she's got it belted. Yeah, it doesn't look like it that they have a closure in the pattern. The ones that are closed up are all closed with a belt. Some of them are separate belts. Some are made to match the vest. So one of the images was a padded belt that matched the vest. So if you like vests, then you know you should check this out. Like I said, I'm not interested in it, so I'm going to pass on this one. Okay, so the next pattern that I'm going to talk about is the Betty trousers. This is a high-waisted ankle length balloon trouser. I don't like high-waisted pants. I feel like where typically they hit me too high, and I feel like it accentuates what I'm trying to minimize. So yeah, definitely not something I'm interested in. Balloon shaped legs aren't something I'm interested in. I try to, when I do wear, if I'm not wearing a dress and I'm wearing a top and pants, I do like my pants to be more fitted, and I put the volume on the top. I don't tend to have volume on the top and volume on the bottom, and I'm definitely not wearing a fitted top with a volume on the bottom. It's just not a style that works for me. So these are cute for, you know, a different figure type than mine, but not something I'm interested in. So I'll be passing on the Betty trouser. I'll be passing on the Betty trousers. Okay, so the next pattern that I want to talk about is another dress. It is the Doris dress. It's a cute dress. It's got a round neckline. It's a straight shift style dress. It's got big, puffy, voluminous sleeves. And I think it's got an optional waist belt. It's not waist high, it's a separate belt, so you can wear it or not wear it. I'm gonna pass on this one just because I also have a statement sleeve dress from Fibremood that I bought a couple of issues ago. It's called the Mindy, and it's got a square neckline. So I feel like really the only difference between the two is the neckline, and I don't feel like I need both patterns. I'm gonna pass on this one. Okay, and the last adult pattern that I have to talk about is the Tilde dress. This is just a simple shirt dress. It's, you know, a straight bodice. It's got half sleeves. It buttons all the way down. Well, actually not all the way down. There's about that much space at the bottom, I'd say, that is just open and not buttoned. What I do love about this pattern though is the collar. It's got a V-neck neckline, and then the collar is like a super long pointed collar. And I really like that feature. So even though I do have the Cali shirt dress, which, well, I mean, but the sleeves are different. I don't know. I probably don't need this. I could probably figure out a way to hack something that I have. But I already have the pattern credits. So I'm gonna get this one. I really like the collar on this, and I feel like this is something that I could get some wear out of. So I'm gonna pick this one up. All right, and then the last two patterns, I'm just gonna lump together. It's the Mickey body warmer, which I believe is just the child's version of the Irma body warmer. I personally, just for my own sake, wish that they had flipped those names because my mom's name was Mickey. So I don't know. Would I have bought the body warmer if it was named Mickey? I might have. I don't know. And then the Odeal dress is really cute. It's just a simple dropped sleeve. It's short sleeve dress with a collar, and it buttons down the front, and it's got gathers along the shoulder line of where the bodice meets the back. So it's a cute little dress if you need something for a little girl. So those are the 12 patterns from the Fibremood 16 magazine issue. I am not an affiliate. This isn't sponsored in any way. This is just me sharing the new pattern releases from Fibremood and letting you know which ones I'm interested in. So as a recap, the ones that I am going to buy or pick up with my credits are the irmine blouse, which is the one with the yoke on it and the set-in sleeves. I'm gonna get the Flora dress, which also has the V yoke, but it's got the raglan sleeves and the elastic waist. And I'm gonna get the Tilde dress, which is a shirt dress with the long pointed collar and the half sleeves. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. Don't know when they'll get worked into the rotation, but I am happy about what those choices will bring to me. So I'd love to know, are you a subscriber to Fibremood? Do you make a lot of their patterns? I find that their patterns, for the most part, fit me well. I might, you know, as I'm starting to get a little bit better at fitting, I might start doing a little bit of grading, but I do like the fact that their size range is so inclusive. And I believe, I believe that if you buy the patterns without being a subscriber, I'm gonna say they're $8 and change. So on the website, when I'm logged in, it looks like the price for each of these patterns individually, if you weren't a subscriber, is $8.49. What I don't know is if that is a subscriber price for anybody who wants to buy over and above their 5 credits. So it doesn't tell me that, so I don't know if that would be your price if you're not a subscriber, but log into the Fibremood website if you're interested in any of these patterns and check it out. If you are interested in any of these, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Just comment in the box below and let's talk about it. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it, guys, really, truly. Wherever you are, I hope the weather is amazing and I hope you're able to get some sewing in. So I will talk to you again soon. Bye.